And coming up, we'll see Derek Carr. He's your top dog in the league this season, ranking first in passing yards. It's the Saints and the Panthers, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Superdome in New Orleans. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup. It should be a good one, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the New Orleans Saints. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Saints team as they enter. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So here are the Panthers set to take over for the first time. And Charles will get a look at the much-heralded rookie Bryce Young, the first overall pick from April's draft.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win, like a good pitcher, without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
Here we go. The numbers for Sanders last week, 17 carries, 73 yards.
Nice solid showing from him last week. Didn't blow the roof off with his numbers.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. Carolina punt team out there led by Johnny Hecker. Deep for New Orleans is Rashid Shaheed. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Take it at the 37. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. So here come the Saints to take over for the first time. And here's the new man under center after 9 seasons as a Raider. Derek Carr is the guy.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 46 yards.
And you'll find some version of this play in just about every playbook in the NFL. It's an X-post cross. So on play action, you let the X receiver get downfield and start working right to left across the formation. What a beautiful...
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Derek Carr, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Saints will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon.
Derek Carr using his legs to find the end zone. Just 6 rushing touchdowns in his 9 years as a Raider. Trying to show off a little bit for the new folks in New Orleans, showing another facet to his game.
And they'll try a little razzle-dazzle. And he will get in to make it 8-0. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And Raheem Blackshear now to return it. And running with power here. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
There he goes, right side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. On the counter now, it's Sanders. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down. Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Young. And that is incomplete here. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And now it's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Young on 3rd down. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Cameron Jordan coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Fielded at the 20. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return, and they will take over 1st and 10. Out comes the Saints offensive unit and the NFC playoff race. Let's have a look at it. Well, we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position number 1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things, but winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now a play fake. Carr. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. Young looks to throw on 1st down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Now they go screen. It's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They run with Sanders off the option. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll take us to the end of the first quarter. Panther football to start quarter number 2. As they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Here is Young. His throw incomplete. Fair to say, it hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And he'll hit the deck, but he did not get there. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. This is up and good from Pinheiro. And they get on the board, trailing now 8-3. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So, 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. They're coming off a fourth down gamble that last drive that backfired, CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on fourth down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
Play action. Now it's Carr. And that one complete downfield to Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there and 30 big ones.
Despite writing it down in my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. For his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Well, partner, this offense 12-0 now on the year following their latest victory. And during the week, a lot of folks making comparisons between this squad and the 1985 Bears. You know, they too were 12-0 at this juncture of the season before losing on a Monday night 38-24 to the Dolphins at the Orange Bowl way back on December 2nd of '85. But then they never lose again en route to winning Super Bowl 20.
And when you look back on it, partner, didn't it almost feel like a setup game? Because they were playing the Dolphins, and the Dolphins were protecting their franchise's undefeated season of 1972, that team. And you know what that team does. They love to celebrate the fact that they still are the only one to get through an entire NFL season that way. That was Dan Marino's 3rd year, playing under the great Don Shula, and they were motivated to keep that franchise's record intact.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. His 4th rushing touchdown of the year, his 5th overall. And the Saints add 6 to their lead.
And to me, the key to a wide receiver run like that is getting around the first edge guy. It's often like a punt returner. Make that first guy miss, because if you can do that successfully and get upfield, we know good things can happen. He's able to take that one into the end zone.
Dennis Allen going to go for 2 here. He's leaving his offense out on the field. And they'll try a little razzle-dazzle. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. Well, split the difference, and they're right where they would have been with 2 PATs. They got the 2-point conversion the first time. They failed there.
Interesting, isn't it? Because the first time you go after your first score, that feels like a gamble. The second time when they tried it again, that felt like, what the heck, right? Because, as you said, even if you miss it, you split the difference, and you're right on schedule at 14 points.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, first down. They'll go again with Sanders. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's second down. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Here's a 2nd and 8. They'll try to throw down. Young. And that one's going to come up a little short. It's incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
Now, I would agree with that, but if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Young. Incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback
side here to Sanders. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Now Young. A quick throw there is incomplete. 4th down after the New Orleans defense holds serve. So Young will head to the sideline, and on is Pinheiro for the Panther field goal. From the left hash, this from 37. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So it was 4th down and 1 in the red zone, but they elect to take just the 3.
And I'm a little bit surprised that that's exactly what they decided to do. I kind of thought that they would go for it in that situation. But sometimes I'm sure you just think to yourself, take the 3 points, put them in your pocket, and move on.
And the Saints going to go on offense one final time in this first half. And with an 8-point lead, probably not too much of an impetus to try and do too much here. On play action, it's Carr. Gets this complete to Shaheed. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. On play action, now Carr. Open man left side, Shaheed has it. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 35 yards the gain there. Another first down as well. Now it's Edwards. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs up.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Derek Carr in the final seconds of the first half. And the Saints would extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook, but even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. And he is into the end zone, so they get 2 more on the board here just before halftime. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. Blackshear now on the return. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coach. All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late-season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. This taken in at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Saints going to take over on offense to begin this third quarter. Carr going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 18. He'll find Shaheed out to the right. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. Carr. Flushed out right. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7.
Well, you You certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now this time, Carr will throw. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A first down there on a pickup at 25. Into the red zone, it's Carr. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that could have been the lifeline they needed. This is a play that could have been made. Instead, it's just going to fall incomplete.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. Down inside the 10. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Now they send a man in motion right. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. Oh, and that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. They fake the handoff. Now Carr on the move to his left. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Derek Carr, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Saints take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
This is a great decision right here. Out of the pocket to his left, and he knows if he waits too long, the defense is going to be all over it. So he makes a decision to go and wins the race to the byline.
Dennis Allen going to go for 2 here. He's leaving his offense out on the field. And they'll try a little razzle-dazzle. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the 2nd half. And their halftime hold now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the 2nd half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Ready.
Young. Short throw underneath to Hurst. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now it's 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Here's Johnny Hecker now as he's on to punt for Carolina. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give them 5 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Forced out to his left. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
That's multiple times now he's tagged them with a big gain with his legs. Really showing off some nice awareness and the ability to correctly realize when he's got a chance to tuck it and go himself.
Well, on first down, they run with Camaras. He'll take it forward for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play. Back now here live in New Orleans. 2nd and 7. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Now it's Kamara in the passing game. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 24-yard line. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
Rolling to his left. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down. Here's Carr. Steps away. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Derek Carr taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Saints add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there. And sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And as we take a look at the playoff picture, certainly still a lot of jostling to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team, far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
So much to play for, and remember, 7 teams in each conference go to the playoffs instead of 6. And not to mention, remember when the league made that move a few seasons ago to put divisional games at the end of the year? So you get to week 16 and 17, you're playing for playoff spots, and you're playing divisional. Couldn't be more exciting than that.
On 3rd and 1, here's Young. And this is going to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now he's loose down the left sideline and down to the 16-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Again, it's Young. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Cameron Jordan able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And Young's throw there incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now here's Young. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
So a roughing the passer penalty there, CD.
And we know that these pass rushers love to get after rookie quarterbacks, but they've still got to do it within the scope of the rules. And that time, the hit came just a little bit too late. And the official wouldn't think twice about pulling his flag on that one.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 54 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Second down, Young. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And oh, it's blocked. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pull it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall. Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down.
Well, partner, if we had their entire playbook in front of us, I'm not sure we would have picked out that play as the one to run in that situation. How about the guts of the offensive coordinator? Dialing that one up into great success.
That'll be taken in by Shaheed. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. And one of the whistles for timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2, and it was the visiting Saints who got the victory then, so they'll look for the season sweep here in New Orleans. And the kick is good, so you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet, but until then, this game's over. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear?